G'day and welcome back to another video. So it's a Friday afternoon, had the day off work and I made my way halfway across the state pretty much to the Great Otway National Park. So we're just scoping out a couple of campgrounds for the night. So we've got the Forest Park behind me and the Great Otway National Park sign on the other side. So I'm here with Ben and we'll go find his campsite, see what the next day or so brings. Got Ben back, and where he's parked now, there's a campsite over there. What's the name of that one?
Oh, this is the goat track. So there's a couple of campsites on this goat track.
So,
and on Wiki Camps, it's called Goat Track Campsite. So this is the middle one. There's one at the start, and then there's another one up on the other creek.
Yeah, okay. Oh, well, we've sussed out two already. I'll go over and check out where you are now. And this one here, it's got a creek here. We don't know what the name of it is, but it's right on the junction. There's like a V here, where the signs are. So we've left the dogs at home as well, just because we are in the national park. And just a short trip. I think it's meant to be like 35 or 6 or something tomorrow.
That's right.
So we'll left the dogs at home and looking at doing some exploring tomorrow. Alright, this will be our campsite, Goat Track Campsite, by a little creek which we just crossed over. Looks like we're in a bit of a valley here as well. The track we came down would be rather interesting in the wet. And we'll continue on through here tomorrow. But yeah, nice clean campsites here. Not a breath of wind. Not bad. So the fire pit. Well, it's
remember your pillow?
I've got a pillow. I remember the pillow. The old Rubicon.
Yeah.
Fold the towels in the hoodie.
Yeah.
I think the fire pit's a good idea because
100%.
I know it's pretty dry, but you've got your water tank there. I've got a 20-litre Jerry.
No, I haven't got my water tank.
Oh, haven't you?
No.
You've got water though.
I've got a little bit of water, yeah.
Yeah, I've got 20 litres of Jerry.
Perfect.
At least tomorrow we know the fire's 100% out.
That's right.
When we pack up, we've got a puddle just there as well.
Yeah, puddle and a creek.
And a creek, so we're sorted there, but I think that's a good idea. What is it?
Yeah.
ARB one?
It's ARB flat pack one.
Oh yeah, sick. Yeah. I'll get my sleeping bag in there.
You get that set up in a sec.
I don't think I'll need
Flag set up.
Yeah, I know. I don't think I'm going to need a sleeping bag, but it's...
All I got is a doona, so a sheet, so
no, we'll be sorted.
it won't be a full zips up swag kind of night, I don't think.
No, definitely not. Alright, I'll keep getting that done. Alright, so this table here,
This table.
Ben was sending me photos when I was at work the other day and we were talking about this thing. And I said, oh, what about the table extension? And then he makes it. And then I took the credit.
Yeah, he wanted the credit. Because he kept telling me, you need a table for that drop down fridge slide.
And no one's ever thought of this ever. Like, you can buy them, but
You can buy them, but
Ben's fabbed his up.
I fab mine up like everything else I seem to have a go at.
Clips on, alright? Here, I'll give
You
you
buy for $100 or, I don't know, I could make it for you for $50.
Smithwell.
Smithwell,
Yeah, I'll give you a closer look. So there you go.
just slide it out, clips on the end of it, done.
It's nice and shiny, mate, in that camera there.
Yeah.
Alright, so there we go. Just don't get out of your swag on that side.
No.
Yeah, so,
The fridge will go away.
yeah, so he's sorted.
Yeah, so, yeah, it's a bar.
There we go. Done. Not real level. Alright.
Not real level here.
This chair be, but
You got the old purple
old purple chair, but
people
I
eater.
like it because what am I going to replace it with? And it fits everywhere I. Like I've got that other bigger chair,
The Aldi chair.
the big Aldi chair, but this one's good just for this. I probably could have fitted the Aldi chair. Righto, so it's dinner time now. I'm just going to have a schnitzel, and because I go really gourmet in my cooking, you know,
Different.
something a bit different. It's a bit of a winner. So yeah, I'll grab that out now. So I'm just going to use the skillet. Righto, so first step in this meal is to light the stove. So I just bought the single burner today that sits on top of the gas bottle here. So this burner I actually picked up in a garage sale a few years ago. That can sit on top. Then it'll warm up for a second. I'll throw in this schnitzel. And then I'll show you what I'm going to have with it. The tapping you can hear in the background, Ben having some onions and sausages
On the fire.
So there's his.
I brought Bunnings to the bush.
Onions on the bottom.
Onions and, yeah, onions on the bottom. Yeah.
That's it. So yeah, that's his dinner. So as you can tell, we're going all out tonight.
Very basic.
Right, I've dropped that in there. Throw this rubbish in the bin. Whoop. That would have been interesting. I nearly knocked it off the stove.
Really having sausages.
I was. Righto. So we've got the schnitzel cooked. So what I'm going to do now is just cut it up into little pieces. However you want to cut it. There's no rules when you're following this recipe. Just cut it up however you want. I'm just going to do mine into some strips. I'm adding this Asian style salad, also courtesy of Woolworths. Comes with a bit of Asian stuff, seasoning and whatever. So I'll upend that into there. Well, I could go the other way. I'll go the other way. I'm going to put that into there. Just, you know, technical term is drizzle that over the top. What do you think, Ben?
You're onto it there, I reckon.
I reckon I've got it. And then add a bit of this. We won't read the packet, we'll just put it in. And then we'll just do a bit of that. Rubbish there. Mix it in, like so. Then you got chicken Asian salad for dinner for one. How's that? Cooked. Alright, I'm going to enjoy that and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Alright, so a perfectly still night last night, and because we're in this little hollow here surrounded by these big trees, even though it's 7:15, the sun hasn't hit us and I don't think it will for a while. Ben's got the kettle on there, brewing up a couple of coffees. We'll have some brekkie and head out and hit some tracks. We looked at the maps last night, so we've got a fair idea of where we're going to go to. So looking forward to exploring a new area. Alright, so we've just finished packing up. Ben's just strapping his swag on. Finished the coffee. We're just going to air down a bit. We aired down a bit coming in, but with a few tracks today for what we're doing, we're just going to let a little bit extra out before we climb up this hill here. I remember the first time I ever used one of these, I was in Avoca in the Pyrenees doing some forward driving and screwed it out. Next thing I knew, I don't know, got it all back to front and the valve shot out across my shoulder and disappeared into the bush. So yeah, make sure you know how to use it before you head out and use one of these. But I had a kit with me of spare valves, so we just screwed the core back in. But yeah, the whole lot just went straight over my shoulder. That was fun. So straight out of camp, straight into a hill climb. It's one way to warm the cars up. turned off goat track and we've turned left onto Hayden track. We're just following this along, just along a ridge line here, so we've got a little pitch coming up in front of us. But yeah, beautiful morning. So I just mentioned we're on Hayden track, and along here there's been quite a bit of wind damage, so as we've been going along, we're dragging a few of these off the track. We've noticed a few spots where people have been going around, but rather making the track wider, we're just clearing a bit of it off. We'll drag this into here.
They're easy enough to drag in, aren't they? So
Yes, you don't need to do
that's
much
right.
more with it.
That's right. Makes it easier for everyone else then. Beautiful, that'll do.
Yeah. So my first impressions of Hayden track, it's got a little bit of that high country sort of vibes. Well, we're just going to move another tree. I'll give you an example of why we're moving some of these as well. So Ben's just dragging this one out of the way, but you can see why we're moving it. Just where I'm walking here, people have been making tracks around it, and then I'll give him a hand in a sec and we'll drag that next log out of the way. So it just stops people pushing wider and wider. Next thing you need is another branch jam. They're going wider and wider off into the bush. Just a bit of 2-minute job. There we go. Good one. Now everyone will start driving back here instead of driving across here. But these look like they've been down for a while, so they're pretty dead. Oh, let's say a while. Looking at them around a month, I reckon. Maybe when that storm came through after Australia. Alright, so for those playing along at home, we've turned off Newcomb Spur track. We've turned off Hayden track. We've come to Newcomb Spur track. We've turned right onto that. So we just follow this along and see what it's like. How'd you find that one?
Beautiful. It's a long, steep downhill climb.
It is. I know. So this goes along and then down again, you think?
That's right. It goes along, goes up this little rise and then back down. Keeps going down again to a creek.
Yeah, cool. All right, I'll grab a bottle of water out and we'll keep going.
Yep, let's keep going.
Alright, so this track we're on is rated blue on new tracks. You can see why. Got these ruts, bends up around the corner there. So the FJ being narrow, I've managed to straddle it because I would have bottomed out for sure. You can see where there's been diffs hitting here. There's a fair bit of trees on the right, so he's going to come down, and then we'll see what the other side's like. Nicely done.
Beautiful.
If you want to stop there, I'll jump in. Continue on.
Yeah, no worries.
You're going down the rut.
Yep.
You got a bit of extra clearance.
Clearance.
Piece of cake. So I think this is the bottom where you said there's a creek or something down there. So anyway, I'll go give that a suss. We just got this last section to drop down here. Down here behind us. Quick good whack in the door before the stick. I'm pretty stoked about that. All right, we're down that section, and I guess you could almost say we're on the valley floor. That could be a technical term, or I could have just thought it sounded nice for you guys, but there's old ferns everywhere. Every time we seem to get out of the car, there's currawongs going off. So there's plenty of bird life around here. Not a lot of action going on in the creek. I'm just walking up it a bit now. But yeah, it's not really moving, but geez, it's good. I'll get my ugly head off it and give you a look. From that creek out, it starts off flat, quite overgrown. I don't reckon a lot of people have really used it much. It's as wide as the FJ, so if you're happy to get some scratches, this track could be for you. If you don't like scratches, maybe not, but the climb out, yeah, it's got some nice little pinches in it, a bit rutted, a little bit of ground clearance is always a plus. I bottomed out in one spot over one of the erosion mounds. It's a bit of a clay mud. Just drove in it slowly and crawled my way out. No need to go hammer and tongs, but preserve the track and look after the car. But yeah, cool track. Yeah, I'll spin these around. Yep. There you go. Just like that, Ben's gone through. You got a bit of clearance. I've got none. There's just a little side track here. I'll be taking that one. How cool is this? Rock steps, sand, ocean. Pretty good. bit of right, left. Give you an idea of the angle I'm on. It's right there, and it's 38 degrees. Give you a bit of a look. It was actually worse back there. I just stopped here and filmed it, but she's leany. Before I show you that view, see whether I can pick up the scratches on the car here. It's copped it. But anyway, we turned off to find this spot. Can't camp here, can't do any of that stuff, any of that cool fun stuff, but we can drive here and check it out, so that's alright. Here we are, on the edge of Australia. Not too far from the Great Ocean Road. Watching these waves crash in. What else would you rather be doing today? Oh, and it's 38 degrees too. So she's a warm one. Hence why I've probably got a red face. Alright, so we've just finished Old Coach Road. We've just both ended up in Princetown at a camping reserve here. We just did it in the shade because it's still cranking hot.
Still 35.
So what did you think of that track?
Yeah, that was hectic. Nah, wasn't too bad. Just tested the skills a little bit, and then it was a fairly technical track, that one. Yeah. So if you want to test yourself and your vehicle, that's the one to do. And I was saying before that we passed about 4 or 5 cars heading in the opposite direction. They turned around. Yeah, they've turned around. There's a couple of groups that turned around, and I don't blame them. No. So yeah, we're a bit scratched up, but it'll be right. That's fine. No dents, nothing, a bit of polish. No breakages. Yeah. So anyway, we'll wrap up this here. We're gonna shoot back. I've got another drive halfway across the state for the night. Yeah. And then Ben's got a bit on tomorrow as well. So we'll see you all next time. Catch us later. Cheers.